Okay, round one. Let's see here. Just one resource or land, since someone said they were bugged by me saying resource. Let's mulligan. Seems a bit dangerous. Oh, another one lander, huh? Well, I guess we go to 5 then. Alright, well, not a very good keep, but don't know what else to do. Guess we gotta keep a 5 lander, or 2 lander, 5 card hand. Not thrilled about this start. Yeah, that's not great. Well, at least he didn't play a morph, and we got a white source. It's a good start. We just need to play this Weave Fate, and then we'll ideally be caught up card advantage wise. Uh-oh, 5 drop ink, huh? Alright, Sultai Flare. I can deal with that. Treasure Cruise, that's a bad draw, however. Alright, I guess we just chill. Well, I wish I had a Force Away. Wish I could do something about that, too. I mean, I can Feat of Resistance. It doesn't do anything, I guess, except make Treasure Cruise cheaper. Might have to. Kind of feel like I need to protect myself a little bit here. I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. I need to be able to hold this off. I guess I go like this and Feat of Resistance. Guess I could play Icy Blast for nothing. What does it do? It makes Treasure Cruise cheaper by 1. It allows me to kill the Sultai Flare. It's not the worst idea I've ever had. At this point, I might as well. Feel like we get that guy off the board. And I guess it taps 0 creatures, though. I'm still going to do it. Wait, I have to pay 2? Why do I have to pay 2? Oh, wait, I can choose no creatures, right? Oh, okay, I just choose 0 creatures and then, alright. So yeah, I'm just playing Icy Blast to kill a Sultai Flare. I should have actually done protection from blue. So that way I could have protected against Force Away, I guess. I just wasn't immediately thinking I was going to bust 2 spells to kill a Sultai Flare, I guess. Well, unfortunately I made something cheaper for him. Maybe a Scavenger. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see if we get a land here. Do not, so we continue to pass the turn. We're going to get hit for 7. Can't do anything about it, so just sit back and feel bad about it. definitely a land drop there would have been tremendously beneficial, since it would have allowed us to block the Spirit Warrior and draw 2 cards, but no land, no play. Alright, well, he's playing around something, so I guess another Feat of Resistance, I suppose. Alright. 2 cards left in his hand, no plays. I guess that's good. We got our land, so now we can play Skaldkin, which doesn't do all that much, so I guess we just sit back. So I can Weave Fate and block the Spirit Warrior if he attacks with that. Oh, he got his own Weave Fate, I see. Yeah, I really wish I had something for that, but I don't. So, getting hurt by a card that I don't even think is that good. But I'm blaming my mull to 5. Alright, so taking far too much damage. It's going to be very difficult to recover from this with anything at this point. Alright, doesn't do all that much. Finally found a red source, so I've got 5 lands. Could play Treasure Cruise, but not sure what that's going to do for us. Guess I play Bloodfire Expert, leave it back to block the Spirit Warrior. Take 5. I can also play Skaldkin, and then I still have to Defiant Strike to be able to block the Scavenger. I think that's actually better. Taking out his flyer is better because the Weapon Master, if I can hard cast it, can at least keep the Spirit Warrior back. So trying to deal with his Scavenger now, I feel like, is our best way out of this. Although taking 6 is putting me in a position where even if I can play the Weapon Master, I'm going to die. Turns out not to matter because he's got debilitating injury. So sad loss, but we had to mull to 5 and had some mana issues. So can't let me down. Mana issues are very, very, very sad and real part of this game that you have to accept. So I will unhappily accept that, and we'll move to game 2, try and figure out if we've got a good game plan. Smite works against 4-power Kin Tree Invocation. It doesn't work against Scavenger. It doesn't work against Sultai Flare, so not sold on it. Set Adrift would deal with more stuff, but not really sold on that either. Could do the Stubborn Denial. He showed us Singing Bellstrike, which I usually don't care about. But when you mull to 5, of course, it's going to be good. He showed us Debilitating Injury, which is pretty good, but still not really worth bringing in Stubborn Denial, I don't think. I think we just run it again and hope we see some lands. Alright, we'll play first. Well, looks like we're going to have to mulligan. It's disappointing. And we got a pretty bad keep here, but I guess I'm going to keep. So, off to a bad start, but we could potentially draw well, so I'm just going to be positive here and hope that we draw well. Creatures fine. Non-land cards are fine. Weave Fate would be fine. All right. All right. So it could be Dragon's Eye Savants or Ruthless Ripper, but still going to swing into it. We'll see what he does. If he blocks, I don't think I'm going to feat. That makes me sad. All right. Well, I could feat and kill it if it's not a Dragon's Eye Savants, if it's not a Ruthless Ripper. Otherwise, I can post-combat play a Skuldkin, which, to be honest, I would rather do. But if this morph is something else and he's just trying to bluff me, I guess I play feat and guess that it's a Ruthless Ripper, because that one would be worse than a Dragon's Eye Savants, but Dragon's Eye Savants is still going to be pretty bad for us. It was a Ruthless Ripper. All right, so I guessed correctly. He also should have revealed it anyway because we lose 2 life. There's really no reason to not reveal unless he's really wanting to keep a black spell hidden, I guess. All right, well, that one works too. Just keep swinging. I can't protect it, so have to allow that. Seeing Bell Strike. All right. Still refuse to accept that Singing Bell Strike is a good card. I think we just pass. I leave back the student to untap and block with. I think Singing Bell Strike would have played much worse against us had we not had to mulligan both games. All right. Guess we swing. And we'll follow up with a Horde Chief. And we can still feat plus Defiant Strike if we have to. Could have left back to Student, but then I wouldn't have gotten the Warrior. And I think I wanted the Warrior. I guess I didn't need the Warrior. Well, Grim Haruspex is a problem for sure. Definitely don't want my opponent to get too much card advantage. I think we're going to just take the flare. As much as I like the idea of double block rather, Defiant Strike, I think I'd rather just take it. See what he's got for a follow-up. All right, another morph. Oh, Quiet Contemplation's pretty nice here, so we'll play that. So, I don't really like... Well, I guess, It's definitely interesting. Alright, I think I'm passing. What I'm planning on doing is Feat of Resistance during his combat step. And I guess tapping down the Mystic, since that's going to be a bit more difficult to deal with. And we're going to Feat of Resistance our Jeskai student. Quiet Contemplation, that guy. Guess I should have cast that last turn if I had the chance. I think I did. I just forgot that I can get rid of Singing Bell Strike. You can attack with Flare here. I'll crack back on him. I'm willing to take 3. You might have a follow-up play, but I'm just going to take it. It might be dangerous to take it, but I feel like I might want that token. Alright, I'm just going to tap that down. Swing into his Haruspex. Alright, that's not bad for us, so I can actually Defiant Strike first. Pumping the Warrior, actually. Pay the 1 for Quiet Contemplation to tap the Morph. Get our Prowess trigger. Get our draw. That's pretty good draw. So now we'll swing for 8 and follow up with a Scaldkin. Alright, so we lose 2 more life. Multiple Ruthless Rippers is pretty sweet for my opponent, no doubt. So now I kind of wish I'd tap down the Flare instead, but that's okay. Oh, he has more plays? That's not good. Alright, well, that's pretty bad news for us, but what can I say? I've got my excuses. Our opponent has a good deck. We had to mulligan both games. Not happy with the board state. Not happy with the hand we kept. I've got plenty of excuses. All right. It's pretty bad, but we got the river wheel aerialists, I guess. So I guess we play land, play this guy. He's going to be able to swing in there, but we can keep everything else at bay as long as he has nothing. All right, pass the turn. Although I guess I can attack with aerialists. I'm dying to removal as is. Can I even afford to attack with aerialists? I probably can't. My plan was attack with aerialists and then he could, let's say he strikes back with everything. I Skuldkin, Chump, Abomination, blow up Mystic, block here, block there, take 3, go to 1. I don't really like that. Guess we pass. All right. Certainly a good last card for him to have, but our opponent's deck is quite good, and once again, we had to mulligan a couple times, so not a lot of stuff we can do except unhappily accept how this game is playing out. All right. Well, if he has a pump spell, we're dead, but it was still worth it to wait. Yep. So he gets more value, which is certainly horrible for us, but can't really afford to be taking damage. All right. More card draw, which is still horrible for us, but we could still draw Treasure Cruise. We could draw Weave Fate. Could draw Master of the Way. I guess Master of the Way wouldn't do all that much, but it would at least let us use Quiet Contemplation. We could draw more Feet of Resistance. We could draw Venerable Lamassu. We could draw Icy Blast. Just dead to removal. All right. More board stuff, which is still not good for us, but at least we're not dead. That was a horrible draw, so I think we are dead now, unfortunately, but nothing I could do. Mulligans, bad keeps. Opponent had a good deck. A lot of factors came together and equaled us losing this match, so these things happen. I think we're dead, right? He swings with everything. I've got 3 blockers. I pretend like I have 2 cards in my hand that actually do something. I can't do anything. Hmm. So I guess he could have killed us, but opted not to. I guess he thought we had something. So pocketing these 2 lands sort of paid off, but we are still not in great shape. Our opponent drawing, getting infinite value is also very bad. I think he should have stacked these differently. Should have stacked it so he drew off the Haruspex and then drew discarded, but what does it really matter when you have 6 cards to my 2 and a commanding board presence? Yeah, I can't say I'm too thrilled with how this game played out for us, how this match played out for us. All right, big creature, another one, doesn't really matter. We were essentially dead anyway. All right, well, it's kind of a big slap in the face, but these things happen. I'm just going to be sad about it. Wow, that's bad. So bad draws on the way, bad mulligans. Not a match I'm too thrilled about in general. So hopefully round 2 and round 3 go better. We'll see you then. All right, we're here in round 1. This is a keep. It's not a great keep because it's mana heavy, but still definitely whoa. I didn't notice, but I assume my opponent mulliganed a lot and then decided to... Wait. What the... What's going on here? Well, I don't know what's going on yet. He may have conceded the match, I'm not sure. Alright, well, I guess we're into round 3. I apologize. Alright, here in round 3, and we definitely have a keeper. This is the best hand I've seen so far, so happy to keep this one. Alright, guys. Well, don't know what to say. Last opponent said he had a family emergency, so he had to leave too. So, big bummer. You only get to watch one match. I apologize. I would do another draft tonight, but it's too late now. The first 2 matches literally took like 56-minute round time, so it's just eaten up too much of my evening to do another draft. I apologize. But I'll have another one for you tomorrow, so tune in then.